You haven't been recording this mess. It's our
No,
trademark.
I always record the start, but then I stop start so that I don't have to cut it. So, welcome to episode 6. Yeah, episode 6. My name's Cam Taylor. We've got Luke Reynolds. We've got Leigh Shaw, who's just moved down to Victoria. And today, because we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel today in terms of guests, we've got another co-host, Ran Deuis, Beechworth's best stone lifter, doing some deadlifts today, just because that's all our guests do is deadlifts.
Me.
Yeah, that's your cue to talk, mate.
It's gone to hell already. I'm just going to drink every time we fuck something up.
Here we go.
Nice one. What's on the menu today?
Well, because this got pushed forward on me, I've pushed my deadlifts forward today. So I'm supposed to work up to just a singlet RPE 6, which RPE stuff's not really something I've ever really used. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking something pretty easy because it's a program.
Why don't you let us gauge your RPE 6 for you?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
He'll wake that torn lad up.
Yeah.
Our specific version, not yours.
Do I need booze for this?
Yes.
This RPE?
Yeah, don't you usually lift with whiskey anyway?
Well, yeah, but not at the
Whiskey.
when RPE 6 meant not using
Whiskey. So what's your definition of an RPE 6? Because I know there's like coaches put like a list of, definitions in there. What's your definition of a 6?
Well, I just looked it up then for singles, and it said something that you think you could maybe hit for 8.
That's such a
Whatever.
totally pointless. Why would you do the single that you could do for 8?
Who's got you working on RPE? Is that Dan?
So it's the second. I don't normally deadlift any more than once a week. This is the second session for the week, so I'll do the single, and then I go back to 5x4 at like 2:30.
So what are you projecting your top set, your single to be today?
Yeah, what RPE are you chasing at the top, bro?
I was thinking maybe 250.
RPE 11.
Yeah. Well, cross that 6 out and go for 11. I was thinking like a 250, maybe.
250. All right. So first question for you: what's with the whiskey and the Tourettes? What came first, the Tourettes or the whiskey?
Probably the Tourettes, but I didn't know that. Yeah.
You were born with that, yeah.
Whiskey helps the Tourettes, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Yeah, I go whiskey on like max lifts and stuff because I cannot stand salts. Basically, I can't.
Yeah, I don't like salts.
Have you thought about just like a nipple cripple or something? Or
What about you just lift?
Yeah, or that.
You've had ear rubs, haven't you?
Yeah, ear rubs. I've had ear rubs before. Yeah.
Don't they say with the ear rubs, if you do it the wrong way, you make them calm down?
Got to go up. Yeah.
Yeah, they probably put me to fucking bed.
Yeah.
It's not gentle.
Gotta be aggressive.
It's like foreplay. We go try and deadlift.
Well, that's why I said maybe not the nipple tweak. Maybe that's the wrong sort of arousal.
Do my first set, and
Okay.
we'll get started. Hang on.
Lovely.
That was a good angle.
Yeah.
Good shot.
He's got swamp ass already.
He needs crop jocks.
Yeah.
Do we make a bet on if his shorts are going to split?
Fuck, it's a given, isn't it? He must have a sponsorship from a shorts company.
If he's short split, that's a skull. You got to finish the whole drink.
Fuck, you're going to have to go get more drinks.
I really wanted to see this on the balcony, on the timber.
Floaties.
Yeah, where is he? He's over in the new bloody... Is that the new...
Over there.
Oh, that's the new part behind there, isn't it?
Yes. So, Leigh, are you referring to the shed as in the old gym, the actual shed of dreams?
No, he's just got like a veranda next to it.
Oh,
yeah,
out the back door.
Yeah, this is his new area. Like it'll be his little extension.
So it doesn't punch plates straight through the fucking timber boards.
No, that's what I was getting at. That's what I wanted to see.
So that felt like about RPE 6.
Done.
120 and done.
Oh,
Fuck.
So, give us the tour of your new lifting area that's not the balcony veranda.
Just want to come for a walk.
Yeah, let's do it.
So this is
the
it.
most cardio Luke's had all day.
Fuck, mate. I went for like a 3-hour hike yesterday, thanks.
So it's actually a carport.
So, do you
per
plan on
building.
parking a car in there? Park your car?
Just plates.
I'll park the car in there, and then when
Yeah,
training,
lift it.
I'll just back it out.
Get all the stones out of the weather, mate. Give them a home.
Well, yeah, it is a bit shit around the side. They sort of get a bit dusty. But I'm going to attach, what are those truck pull simulator things?
Yeah, what are they called?
Exogeny or something?
Exogene, yeah.
Attach one here, and there should be like a 15-meter run on concrete.
Has anyone used them before?
Yeah,
I have,
a
yeah.
little bit.
Smitty's got one, I think, hasn't he?
Yeah, they got one at Adonis. I haven't tried it. What do they feel like? Feel like a truck?
Ah,
It's
you
like
don't get momentum like a truck. This is just a little, probably 4 by 3 meter space that I'm going to stick some dumbbells and stuff in. That's about it.
Wicked.
Yeah,
where do you press your log?
whatever. Yeah. Should we do another set?
Go again, Leigh.
What's that?
Yeah.
I said, where do you press your log? Run.
It's over at. Oh shit! My internet's unstable.
No kidding.
Working?
Yeah.
Yeah. Answer the question.
My log is over at CrossFit Albury Wodonga.
Ah, right. Yeah.
Started pressing that the other day. Yesterday. One of the days. Yeah, it's been a while. I'm pretty bad at it.
I was going to say, I haven't seen you do overheads in like
He's done
ever.
3 log sessions in 3 years.
It's pretty much only been squatting since March. Anyway.
Squat specialist.
No, not really. How's your adductor, Cam?
It's good. So I had a little twinge last night squatting. Benefits of being in Port Melbourne, I've gone for a walk in the water a couple of times today, which has been good. It was a bit uncomfortable. Oh, was that Tourette's or?
There's no whiskey in that one.
Yeah. So were you just Tourette'sing then, or were you like talking? Yeah. It was a bit uncomfortable to walk up the stairs last night, but today it's been feeling good. I've been actually bought some Russian knee wraps off Hook Grip for no other reason than I was buying the knee warmers. So I thought I'd buy them, but they're actually really good for using like a bit of compression. So instead of like flossing, the rubber flossing bands, which I find are a bit short because I bought the 3 meter ones. So I can basically do 2 whole runs up my thigh, which is good. So for Luke, that'd probably get a half thigh done. But that's been good. So I got booked in for the physio tomorrow. So hopefully that's all right. But I can body weight squat today, which is okay. So hopefully that'll just sort of calm down over the coming days and whatnot. So maybe I'll just get on the gear. Just inject steroids right into my groin.
Yeah, well, why not?
Groin, you said.
Groin.
Putting gear into his groin.
Yeah. There's a soundbite for you. So,
That's our promo from now on.
Groin.
speaking of, I think we should. We need to thank our sponsors, of course. Let me just bring
This
this
fucking
up.
guy.
Let me just bring this up. Here we go.
Is he intentionally set it so we can't see the weights?
I think so.
We're having a was moment with that.
Yeah.
Well, while we do that, we'll just thank our sponsors. So, of course, today's episode brought to us by Croc Jocks. Don't let swamp ass hold you back. Best adult sanitary undergarments built for heavyweight strongman. Proud sponsors of Pro Strongman, Luke Reynolds. So make sure you go out and get your Croc Jocks. Looks like Ran's in need of a pair. And Leigh, probably could have made your journey down from Gold Coast to Melbourne a little bit more efficient as well. You wouldn't have had to stop to go to the bathroom. You could just go in the toilet.
Just go, man. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I did stop in at Ran's. It was a bit of a detour, but it was a good spot to go to the toilet.
That's a big detour for a 10-minute stop, mate. I admire your dedication.
Not the brightest. Just moved to a state in lockdown, so...
Spread it around, brother.
Yeah, second stupidest thing I've done this month.
Yeah, fuck. That's why it's like you've picked an amazing amount of time in.
It was going to be July, and then it got pushed to late August, and then I pretty much took the punt on gyms opening on the 13th.
Yep. So have you moved down there to work with Tyson? Is that how it's sort of come about?
Yep.
Yeah, good one.
Was
So I
that
work in the gym.
Was that the sole motivation? Or was there sort of any other kind of...
Yeah, you don't leave the Gold Coast to go to Geelong for
anything ever.
Well, that's what I thought. But it must have been a pretty good reason. So.
Yeah, it's he'd been hassling me for like 2-3 years, and I think it was just the new gym and the timing sort of won me over.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to. It's a wicked looking facility from what we've seen, so it's pretty cool to jump on board with that as it opens.
Yeah,
whenever that happens.
Cam, have you changed this out of gallery mode or?
I just had to flick it back into gallery.
Yeah, because I tried to spotlight you so it brings yourself full screen, and that didn't work.
Yeah, that'd be good. All I ended up with was leave full screen.
Yeah, so if that does happen, you just need to go out of gallery mode or go back to gallery mode for yourself.
Yeah, that's what I've done now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are we up to here, Ran? Are you at 220 there, mate?
I'm 250 here now. So that, yeah, I don't fuck around, mate.
This might be a short podcast then. We'll just get it done and get.
Thank Christ.
Yeah, I don't think anyone sits around for the whole hour and 15 of the other episodes.
I do, but then I regret it afterwards.
I'd masturbate too, but so yeah, this is what I was thinking might be my top skill.
All right.
Fuck, the last one felt slow. I don't know if you guys watched
it. It looked all right. Fuck.
I'm getting used to my hips and stuff in deadlifts again because I haven't really done it.
How's it feeling off the back of shitloads of squatting? Because squatting can often jack up my hips if I do a lot of it.
It's feeling all right. It's just feeling foreign. I don't know if my hips are shooting up early or what, which is never the intention. So
well, we can start paying attention and help you out with that.
Yeah. So on Saturday, I did my 4x6 at 210, I think, and I noticed a bit of hips shooting up a tiny bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably also just not really knowing what my start position is anymore because I haven't.
It's because you're fatter.
Yeah, and just I haven't really done a lot of conventional. There's been some snatch grip stuff. There's been some deficit stuff, but there hasn't been any just straight deads from the floor conventional. So, these feel heavy. I don't know why, but anyway.
How did
that weak as piss?
Being about kilos heavier.
Sorry, mate.
Fuck's sake, Leigh.
How did deadlifts feel being like a good 10 to 15 kilos heavier?
Well, Saturday's deadlifts felt light, like really light, but just foreign. And these feel heavy now, so yeah.
All right, we'll switch on for this set. And is that lat issue of yours. Is that a legitimate thing, or are you just being a pussy?
Yeah, bit of both, I reckon.
Yeah, because is that affecting your setup at all?
Not too much. I did like I can feel it, but it's on like if I try and do a pull up, I actually just cannot do a pull up because of it. Like it.
Is that because you're fatter?
No, mate.
Juicier.
Yeah. Vertical pulling is out. Like, yeah, it doesn't hurt to do this. I can just like feel it there. It doesn't affect it though. I don't think. I can still engage.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah, mate.
Two-part question. Number one, part A is, what's your favourite hot sauce?
Whiskey.
Shit the bed, I think it's called.
Shit the bed, okay. And part B, the question: how much would we have to pay you to have it the night before a max deadlift or max stone event?
Ooh.
Or deadlifts or reps?
No, nothing.
Nothing?
Stupid enough without money, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, that question went great. I'll pass that on to Clint.
I'll do my top single, hey?
Yeah, you get back to it.
Then give us your best motivational quote. Because that went well last week.
Yeah.
Was that shit stains?
Poor old Chantel, what a stitch up.
Yeah, Nicole was not ready for that.
All right, come on, switch it on, brother.
Give us some train noises for Christ's sake.
What's happening there, Cam? What are you doing, mate?
Just moving around a bit. I'm not in a very good position.
Need some croc jocks, mate. They'll cushion everything.
Yeah.
Go on, Ran. What RPE are we chasing?
Could you do that again? We didn't quite catch it.
Did it cut out?
That's good.
It fucking flew up, you wanker. Yeah.
Looks like you probably had 6 more left.
RPE 6.
All right.
There, you reckon?
What RPE are we chasing again?
6. So it's meant to be easy.
Who programmed this bullshit?
So it's Jamal Browner. He's got like, what did he pull the other week?
470 sumo, yeah.
Doesn't sound like he knows what he's talking about.
Oh, it's sumo, it doesn't count.
2 deadlift sessions per week.
Okay.
I'm completely foreign to, so yeah, we'll see how it goes if I survive.
So how many days are you training overall if you're deadlifting twice a week? Is that everything else takes a bit of a backseat or?
Yeah, it's meant to be 4 times a week.
It's waving to the neighbours. Who was that? Was that Lord?
No, that was Old Love.
Old Love. Man, put him on the spot, doesn't know.
Yeah. Not very neighbourly.
The intro was incorrect as well. You said Beechworth's greatest stone lifter, mate. Lord lives next door.
Yeah, so there's 4 sessions a week. There's squatting and deadlifting both twice a week. And then there's upper, like, every session as well, I think. It's basically... Have I frozen?
No. We're just listening intently.
It's basically a powerlifting split, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Funny that.
So heaps of bench press.
Yeah, like there's meant to be like variations of bench in every session, but or it might be 3 sessions, but I'll sub it for like log. I'll do variations of log.
Yeah.
So the other day.
Saw you incline benching log the other day. Was that recent? Was that
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my first session back.
Yeah, I like that movement. I'll rate it.
Yeah, like that was just a bit of a reintroduction to it because I know that it'll feel like shit when I actually go overhead with a log for the first time. So
Yeah.
I'll have that in once a week. I'll have like log press in once a week, maybe twice. I don't know. Maybe a push press and just a push press. I don't know. I just sort of fuck around with my training, to be honest.
We've noticed.
Am I leaving that there for a 6?
No.
Go to 260.
260?
Go 270. No, mate, just round it up to 600.
600.
What's that, like 272?
Yeah.
0.5 then.
Yeah, don't cheat us the 0.5.
That's pretty close to 280.
Ooh. He'd know. He's a strong man way.
Which is only 20 kilos away from 300.
Round up to your nearest 300. That's the rules. Cool. So Ran's about to be injured like you, Cam. Who are we going to have on next?
Yeah, well, that's the point. Is if I'm injured, I can't let him start getting away from me. I got to pull him back down to my level.
I saw in your story your missing plate turned up.
Oh yeah,
That's a win.
my extra plate or missing plate turned up because I thought
Aaron's plate.
yeah, so annoying. So I ordered some cast iron plates, the old school deep dish ones from Spartan Gym Equipment. So
Nice.
yeah, which are very cool because basically because I've only got bumpers, I'm limited to how much I can fit on the bar. So that was good. So I think I ordered that on the 8th of this month and delivered yesterday. So
That's good.
yeah, it's probably 10 days, I think, thereabouts. So they're $100 each plus GST. So 110, and then for the 6 of them, it was 150,
So
160.
$5 a kilo.
Yeah, thereabouts. And they were, I think it was $150 in shipping. So, which I guess is
They're sexy, the old cast iron plates. They're like the ones I'm using at Adonis at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah. They're clanging and fucking sound awesome and look good. And, yeah, it's
definitely.
cool.
Yeah, and I think they're just, obviously they're a little bit wider, but they're just so much easier to handle than thin powerlifting plates. Like Aaron had the those like plain MA ones that were at the Arnold's a couple of years ago, and I borrowed them, and they've only just got a really slight bevel on the edge, and so they can take a fingertip off, like it's
chop your foot off,
and then if you happen to just drop it flat on the floor, good luck picking it up. It's staying there. It's part of the floor there. So yeah, so the deep dish are a bit easier to handle.
Yeah, they're unreal. Mike Jones walks into Adonis the other day with 4 of the 50-kilo green Ivencos.
Yeah,
mate, they are a fucking nightmare to carry. You ever loaded them onto a squat base? About going overhead press them. Chop your foot off.
It was just so funny because going out and picking up one plate, because it's in a little cardboard thing with a couple of plastic tags around it. It was so heavy, and I'm like, how do I lift multiples of these? In any fashion, but you got to try and pick up one plate when you're not in the gym setting, and it feels like it weighs a fucking ton. Yeah. So I can only imagine what a 50 kilo Bunko would feel.
Just trying to casually sling them around. It doesn't happen.
That's why they stay on the bar.
Have a go at Leigh's dog.
Yeah,
he's in the back. He's got a hoodie on. I love
it. He's cold in Victoria.
Yeah, it's fucking freezing down here.
Shit, man. It's like 30 degrees here today.
So.
Hi, Ran.
600.
Didn't see you come in there.
270. I've gone to 270 because I don't have suitable change plates, and I'm not going to 280.
Just put a couple of. Just put a couple of like. Couple of cans of Vic on the ends, just stand them up on the plates. That'll be close enough to.
I don't have cans of Vic.
He used them all last week.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to have some whiskey because this is definitely not going to be RPE 6.
Well, we believe in you.
Hey, mate,
pull it 8 times.
And
pull it 8 times, mate, and we'll prove the theory.
Yeah, tilt that camera down too, boy.
Yeah, boy. Good shot.
Getting us in there.
No proper belt either.
Typical Rahn. Look at the socks, they're fucking odd. He's just a mess.
Just an odd person.
Yeah.
25 minutes of wow strap setup.
Yeah.
6 revolutions around. I'll end up as thick as an axle.
Little Tourettes there.
Come on. Tight.
Oh, that moved well.
300.
That'll do me, eh?
No.
RP,
Let's see.
Yeah, I reckon 300's there.
Mate, that is flying.
I'd have to see it back because that felt like dog shit.
Probably because you haven't done it for a while,
Well,
but
you'll have
I'm
to
pretty
wait.
excited.
You'll have to
Go
wait
on,
until I
Ken.
post this podcast next week. So
Yeah, get in line, mate. We've got the girls first.
Yes. So what next?
It's your program.
300.
On the show, you got more to say?
Oh.
Dan?
Yeah. I've got another question. This one is from Big Rig Damien Jones. Let me just get it up. Pretty sure he was the only one that responded to my.
I got some from Brandon. You can imagine the quality.
Brandon. The single most important accessory exercise that you use. So I'm going to say it's going to have something to do with either GHD or isometrics.
or that gym ball thing.
Or McNally's. Multiple choice now.
I don't know if I can split them up. I'll say the ISO work. So what would you call it? It's like a heels elevated ISO
Hack
deadlift.
squat sort of thing.
Yeah, into either a hack squat or a heels elevated goblet squat or whatever. So I do it in like 3-week waves where first week will be 15-second all out ISO effort into say 10 reps. The next week it'll be 20 seconds into 12 reps, and then the final week 25 seconds into 15 reps, and that like fully takes you to another dimension.
Yeah, that looked awful.
I did it once and I haven't done it since.
Threw the wedge out.
But yeah, like I find in terms of I'm sitting just above parallel, which is my sticking point in my squat, which no longer is a sticking point in my squat. And
More than that. That's such a country thing. Who's that outsider in town?
Driving down my street.
I find it's like no longer a sticking point for me. So like that, I'm certain that helps take my squat up pretty like a lot quickly.
I'm pretty bummed. I walked into Adonis the other day and I said, Dan, Run's squats are looking wicked. He goes, yeah, I think I'll stop him there. I'm like, mate, we're so close to 300. Why are we stopping?
So I didn't squat like 3 weeks ago because I had like something going with my abdomen. Felt something pop just here. So
Hernia.
Belt buckle.
Yeah, I couldn't 10 squats that week. And then the next week I did a snatch grip like single on the Saturday prior to last Monday when I squatted. And then, yes, he didn't know I was going to do it, but I sent him through the 280 and he's like, fucking hell, I wasn't expecting that. You might just leave it there, eh? So I was happy to. Like, I'd love to chase the 300, but after 10 weeks of singles, like, kind of felt like I started sort of craving volume again or something different. So it's probably more singles than I've ever done in my life.
Yeah.
I'm not generally one to test maxes at all. Like, I haven't tested my deadlift max in a couple of years. So,
Well, what are you waiting for, son? Get some plates on the bar.
today's the day.
Today's the day.
Yeah, so for me, like, to do fucking singles every week for 10 weeks was something out of the norm, but I did it.
So I've got a request from Brandon playing along at home. He wants to, where is it here? He wants a live reading of WAP by Rahn.
I don't even know what this WAP is.
You're about to.
Wet ass possum.
Wet ass possum.
Wet ass possum.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what he actually wants me to do because I don't know WAP.
No,
Get-
it's an
get-
outrageous request.
Get your phone, read the lyrics out. Yeah, no, we'll skip that. I think that's bad. We're not a karaoke podcast.
I think I need to block that fella anyway. Far out.
Yeah, it was good when he took that holiday from social media. So
Yeah, like you said, we did our goodwill with the Make-A-Wish Foundation by having him on the podcast. But
yeah.
Back
So-
to the-
Are you taking another single? Are you going up? Because I reckon 300 was there.
No.
Why
I
not?
agree.
If that's an RP6, where the fuck do I go from that?
400.
Yeah,
Keep going
7.
up.
What's the world record?
According to the 1 rep max calculator, if you did 7 repetitions of that, your 1 rep max would be 473 kilos.
Of what I just
And
did.
then you can beat the coach.
I'm glad he doesn't actually know that I'm fucking bastardizing his program like this. But anyway.
Right, he's not a fan of the podcast, mate. You better drop him like a hot spud.
To be fair, he's not my coach. I just ripped his. Oh no, I bought it. I bought his program.
Cool, so we'll cut that part out.
That's how coaching works, though.
Yeah, that's it.
Pretty much.
So what is next? What are you doing?
I'm supposed to do 5 sets of 4 at 2:30 or 2:27, but I don't have that, so 2:30.
2:30. Okay. There you go.
Outstanding.
I might- yeah.
You do that. We'll collaborate. We'll think of some ideas. This is going to be great viewing. He's doing a wild.
Good shot.
Good shot. No plates.
Straight ass.
Podcast.
Speaking of WAP,
Wet ass huggies.
So what are you going to do about training, Lee? Can you train down at Watsy at the moment, down at fucking Strong Geelong?
it's not really. The gym's closed, so just got to be creative and get to people's places when I can.
Press the Jaeger.
Surely Tyson's, because you're living with Tyson at the minute, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So surely he can take a few bits and bobs home for you.
Yeah, you can throw them in the backyard somewhere.
Yeah, fucking
there's still a bit of stuff in the gym. Like there's plenty of strongman equipment.
Yeah, well, you only need some plates and bench or whatever.
And a monster dumbbell for the podcast we're going to do with you.
Yeah, I might have to try and get that in the gym. Might be easier.
Mm.
Now, this could be disastrous because traditionally I'm not real good at back offs and things like that. Usually I'll work up to like 1 top set and that'll be it. So for me to do 5x4 afterwards is not ideal, but we'll see what happens.
The fact that you're such a good athlete and your training is an absolute fucking disaster just blows my mind what you could achieve if you actually structure something.
Yeah.
That's not the first time I've been.
Wasn't it the SCL Finland comp? Weren't you training like 2 days a week for that?
Yeah, that was necessity. That was pretty rugged timing, that one for me. So
Yeah, but still 2 days a week.
Yeah, it's not bad for World Championships.
Yeah, I used to train 6 days a week, 2 hours a day, all that sort of stuff. Then when we had our first boy Murphy, I tried to maintain that without any sleep pretty much, and just ended up getting injured.
And then you realised you were going to give birth to Damien and your second kid.
Now,
It's Cain and Abel.
and I kind of found that less was more for me. So I like getting 4 sessions in every 10 days was plenty, kind of thing, which seems weird, but it also meant every time a session came around, I'd be pretty like amped to go hard in it.
Yeah,
Correct. Training like days a week, I was just not every second session, I'd feel like shit. So
correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't Lilybridge train only a couple of days a week as well? They run with huge rest periods, super intense sessions, but only twice a week.
Yeah, probably. Especially the loads that he's like every squat
Wow.
video that comes in.
Fuck yeah.
100%. It's all relative, isn't it? Like, you know, particularly for a sport like powerlifting, if you're and again, if you're a super heavyweight or, you know, a 308 or something like that, you know, definitely makes sense.
All right.
Give us some good shot.
Come on, Nana, get over there.
Okay, I'll just pop this.
I'll drink to that. We're going to get half of Thomas Wren's viewers after this episode. Outstanding.
There's the Beechworth.
Fucking hell.
It's dire, isn't it? Come on.
What are you complaining about?
Everything.
How'd that honestly feel?
Slow.
Okay. How'd the form feel?
Not disgusting, but not with my hip shooting or.
Look, I don't. Well, the other guys can lend their own opinions on this. I think your hips only shoot as much as you've got super long fucking tibias. So I think you come up to where you need to, and then it pulls. Like I think it's the length of your legs.
Yeah, and I think that maybe like months of doing the snatch grip stuff and ISO stuff and squat stuff, I'm probably now overcompensating on the actual setup, sitting lower than I normally. Yeah.
Well, because it's
but anyway,
it's an interesting thing, this concept of hips shooting up or whatever, because arguably your body will always come to the right position. It may maybe a couple of degrees or centimeters on or off, but what you're probably feeling is it's a variation between your start position to ground breaking. So it's that sort of, your body will, again, your hips will rise to the appropriate level as the bar is breaking the ground. But if you're starting lower, you're feeling hips shoot up, even though it's probably just your start position's a bit off maybe.
Yeah, and going from once you come to the bar breaking, there's no variation from there. It's just a nice neat pull. So Cam's spot on. If you remember watching back when Mishika Clive would do his deadlifts, he would squat down to his arse and to hit the floor. He'd come back up
clean
through
pull.
And then pull. Yeah.
Yeah, full bottom up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as long as my hips aren't going to a point where I'm stiff-legged and can't use my glutes, I'm sort of
You
happy.
need to go to a podiatrist then, mate.
Yeah. How are you,
Was
replied.
Yeah.
Was his question was
he just said, are you saying can or cam? Can or cam?
I'm typing can, but it keeps auto-correcting can.
Can.
I mean, no disrespect.
Shut your dirty mouth. Okay, so look, to be fair, it'd be remiss of us not to at least talk about some of your weightlifting antics, because look, I know that's what you're probably most well known for, your fake weights, lifting stones. So, or Luke, do you have any questions, or, you know, because as another avid stone lifter, maybe you have some comments or questions for Ran about his stone lifting? Or Ran, do you just want to take this as an opportunity to state your position, whether or not they were fake or authentic weights of stones?
Not particularly, mate.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
good.
That
Well,
ends that
anyway, so
segment.
that's
Good.
the podcast is done. We'll see you guys for episode 7.
Now I can go and not do my back offsets.
So yeah, I'll open the account. In light of the revelation that you basically don't fucking train, have you ever specifically trained really for your big stone lifts, or do you just sort of, it's just a natural sort of gift? I mean, like we've discussed, you have the great range with those arms.
Limb
and
length.
to get around stones. Limb length.
I have specifically trained to try and take up my like heavy single once.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they're in a comp, in a series or for reps or whatever, I will be training them at some point, like almost conditioning as much as anything.
Yeah.
But in terms of like taking my max stone up, I've done it once to the point where it was kind of detrimental to my other lower training. So my deadlift kind of went out the window a little bit, and like all the accessories that I now think are the things that help, like with my strength for stones, they kind of went on the back burner because it'd take me, you know, 10 minutes to set up for stones, 15 minutes to fucking warm up, and then start putting tacky and stuff on. And by the time I get through a stone session and get the tacky off and clean up and everything, it was just kind of detrimental to everything else. Now,
it is a pain in the ass, isn't it, training stones? Just tacky and...
Yeah, and I don't do tackless stones because I get some bicep pain with that. And yeah, like I find that if I do the accessories that I think benefit my stones, I can get like a full session of that in where I'm actually working hard.
Yeah.
And getting stronger rather than just kind of going through the motions with stone loading. And like, I mean, I probably have never followed any structure with stones. It's always that kind of thing where you just start doing it and see what happens on the day. Again, unless you've got like stone for reps over bar or something like that, or a stone series to train for. Like a lot of my stone loading training would literally just be stupid shit, like work up to a heavy single, work up to a one motion. Some triples and...
It's one of those things, isn't it? Like once you have, like any strongman event, once you have technical proficiency, you don't need to train it as often. Then you just need to get stronger in those positions or movements that you can arguably do with other, you know, maybe it's deadlifts, maybe it's McNally's, maybe it's, you know, upper body rowing or whatever the case is. And then you can kind of jump back on stones possibly quite late in your prep just to get refreshed with it, get some conditioning going on specific. But there's probably no point training stones year round if you're not strong enough, is there?
For me, like that's what I found, but I am also interested in like Luke's idea of like sets of 10s and stuff like that.
The sets of 10s thing, like that was me coming back from an extended period of no real stone lifting, building up conditioning and just getting some volume and work capacity back under me. I was working on sets of 10 for a lot of things at that point, deadlifts, squats. So we're building overall work capacity there. I certainly wouldn't advocate it year round. But for someone like, say, right, who's come across with an insane base of static strength and powerlifting, but he's a bit of a clusterfuck on stones, and that's no disrespect. He really needs those sets of 10 to just reinforce those skill sets, you know what I mean? Because whereas you were saying before, Cam, people, if they're not strong enough, you know, just busting their ass over and over on stones when they could really probably be making better gains on strength elsewhere. Waz's come across with like an 800-pound deadlift and like a 400-kilo squat. There's no lack of strength there.
Yeah, he's not technically proficient.
Yeah, so for him, it's a skills practice issue there, and whereas we might, you know, 6 weeks out from a meet, reintroduce that skills practice for yoke farmers and stones was as basically beginner level when it comes to stone lifting, even though his strength is immense. So, you know, it makes sense for him. But yeah, I see it down at Adonis, especially because there's a lot of newbies to strongmen down there. They really don't have a strength base at all. They're struggling to squat, 3 plates, but they're over there trying to snap in half on some heavy stones. And I probably wouldn't advocate them doing heavy stones. I'd probably have them back down on sets of 10, but with like a 60, 70 or 80 kilo stone, just practicing those movements and getting some work capacity.
Yeah. I do like the idea of throwing like high volume stuff in a wave. And I saw actually, what's his name? Is it Des Hilton, Lee, up in Queensland?
Yeah.
He threw up like a little challenge the other week, which I thought was pretty cool. It was like, hit as many extensions as you can with a stone to the point where you think you can't load it, and then finish with a stone load.
Yeah.
And I do see value in that, like being fatigued to that point and being able to grind through a rep that you didn't think you were going to be able to hit.
Yeah. That'll light your fucking glutes up like a motherfucker.
Yeah. And I love that. As much as lazy prick, I do love that sort of training where you set like a little challenge for or whatever that you know is going to hurt like fuck. But like physically and mentally, it could be that kind of thing that pushes you.
Well, that's it as well. Like sets of 10 on stones, sets of 10 on fucking anything with a reasonable weight, but sets of 10 on stones really is like mental conditioning. It's like a toughness thing, you know what I mean? Like it's what you require to get through collapses in loading races, for example, Cam, and build some toughness in that. And newbies to the sport should definitely be looking at ways to challenge themselves every now and then. Obviously, not to the point of injury, but because they need to build that fortitude that it takes to stick around in this sport for a long time.
Yeah, and like those sets. Yeah, like you said, they might be something that you throw in like once a month, every 2 months or whatever, but they're kinds of things that just, once you've done it, you're like, fuck, I've actually put in some work.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So
let's do a set, mate.
Yeah. And then question for you, Lee, because you're a pretty good stone lifter in your own right, arguably the opposite ratios or dimensions and proportions for Ran. You've got little sort of T-Rex arms. How do you sort of see that, I guess, because there's so many, particularly with social media, you can sort of emulate so many people's technique and petitions and positions and things like that. I'm sure you've obviously watched someone like Ran and just gone, geez, if I had arms like him, I could do X, Y, Z or whatever the case is. But how have you sort of found your position, and then how do you find coaching other people's position, that would have like a, different shape to you? Because you do the kind of the rock over as opposed to like a front squat up.
Yeah, I could never front squat a stone up from like the very beginning. It only really, I don't think it changes the extension much at all, no matter how tall you are. Obviously, I just have to get it up higher than what other people do, but it's more getting under it to actually lap the stone. That's probably the worst part.
Mm-hmm.
If your legs are just short and they're thicker,
go wide.
Yeah, you've got to go wide, and then you're just in this super wide stance that has no power to it. So I've got to pretty much like squat down, pretty much hug the whole thing up to my chin, and then my hips shoot back up and get it around my knee. I pretty much jam it into one knee to get it around. But as far as coaching it, like, not many people are built like Ran that are strong. Most people that are...
That's a great mystery of Ran, isn't it?
Yeah, there's plenty of lanky people.
Most people fill out sooner. It doesn't take them 5 years in the sport to gain weight. So normally their leverages change a little bit. Pandemic.
Yeah.
But I like the idea that, like Ron was saying, work up to a heavy single and then obviously back it off a little bit and do a few reps. But that'll work okay for beginners because the heavy single's not that heavy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the injury risk is low, whereas someone like Woz, who's that fucking strong, like you can't tell him to go do a heavy single, something will break.
Yeah.
So he truly has to do some volume and some lighter stuff. And
historically, when I was training in that sort of fashion, I wouldn't do sets of 10 obviously every session. I'd work up to say heavy triple. Like if I was pushing, like, you know, for the record breakers or anything like that, I'd work on heavy triples because that single is just going to be insane and tear me to fucking pieces. Like exactly like you're saying, especially with the amount of miles on my body now anyway, I've got to be really careful when I actually make those max attempts because I've only got a few of them in me.
Good triple, like a really good indication of how strong you are too, isn't it? Like you can't fluke the triple, hey? Like,
no, that's right. Yeah.
But that was back when the stones we had was like a 130 and then a 150.
Yeah.
Do the 130 for a couple, and you couldn't break the ground with the 150.
The old 20 kilo jump on the stones.
Yeah.
And an inch diameter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a leverage shift, isn't it? Wakes you up, and especially like you were saying, Leigh, if you've got to sort of go out past your knees, I mean, that's such a disadvantageous leverage system there, mate. Like it's fucking horrible.
Yeah, the whole sport is really, but
yeah, well,
like it's never bothered me too much. I think I've only ever.
You ever seen how far I have to deadlift? You can fucking walk straight under it.
Go under it. No, I think I've only come second in one stone event in the whole time I've been doing strongman.
That's not bad.
And that was one local comp up at Coco's, and I did the Highland Games comp for it, and got beaten by a couple of seconds on a series.
Who won that one? Was that the big fella up there? What's his name? The fucking ex-powerlifter?
No, this was years ago. It was Tobias Elliott. He did
Okay,
a year and a half.
Tobias.
It was a lighter stone series.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so like we did stones at Arnold's to what, 1.4 1 year?
Mm-hmm.
1.3 was it?
Yeah.
And still won that event by 2 reps. So
shit, that's not bad. What's your best? What's your best ever, Max? You're up close to 200, aren't you, Leigh?
Yeah, 190 if it weighs 190.
Yeah.
I tried to get Mason stand-off submit the 200.
Yeah.
And got it about that far and just got stuck.
Off the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got about that far off the ground, got it around my knees, and then I think I messaged Ran later on, and I'm like, how the fuck do you get that through your
Love it.
Just lay down on the ground. Yeah, lay down on the ground and roll it onto your lap.
Yeah.
And just
stand up.
Yeah, and stand up with it that way.
Do a Turkish get up with it.
Yeah. That's the frustrating thing. I think. But I can't get it off the ground.
Zach McCarley, I think you said that you do the one leg thing, Leigh, and that was what Zach said to me about the big. And I'd say he's roughly your height, or maybe just a tiny bit taller, but he's real chunky.
Yeah, about 10 kilos thicker.
Yeah, and his advice was to like pull it up, drag it up one leg, basically, like roll it up.
It's actually good advice because I actually that's a whole different animal. I actually do that with some big natural stones, Ran. I'll because the shape will be really wide or weird, I'll sort of jam it in against the left thigh and then fucking sling it up over and pop the other one under.
Yeah, that's what I do. The stone in the park up here.
Yeah, that's what I did. The stanky leg.
I don't know what the fuck you did. Had a seizure halfway through.
Passed on the Tourettes.
Yeah.
You need to cut that clip in right now.
I'm not editing anymore. That took fucking 12 hours to export that video overnight. So
it was so good.
Somehow turned the original video from like 1 gig to 3.5 gig.
It was worth it because we got some great stories out of it.
Yeah. I'll figure out a way to export it a bit easier. So
How many sets has Rahn done?
3. 2.
2, I think.
2.
Jesus, buddy, you puffed.
Yeah.
Get in.
Come on. Just do an 8.
Oh.
One set of 8. Another good shot.
Oh, good gear.
Go the full wow strap. Go the full wow strap. We want to time how long it takes you to get.
Go to axle level.
BDSM.
I'd be worried when I stand on them.
Yeah.
Unintentionally.
Hey, Ran, can you, next set, your last rep, can you give us a TC hitch?
Ooh.
Fuck. I don't know if I can hitch. I'll try.
It's a gift, isn't it? Like, you've got to be born with it.
And dangerous.
I
can try.
Just think, it's just like the third pull of a clean. You just got to rebend the knees and scoop with the knees. You'll be fine. So it's very simple.
Don't listen to that bloke. He tore his adductor doing a basic squat.
That'd be a good donkey kick as well.
Yes,
funny.
That's a super fan. He knows.
Yeah, funny you should mention the donkey kick and the slipping on your straps, Lee. I did that in Ohio. So I had the Cerberus, the long axle straps, and then onto the regular barbell. I just did one loop, and they were like, it was on my foot, so I had to move my foot out the way, move the strap, and it turned into a bit of a donkey kick before repping out. So
did it help your lift?
I think so. I had a really good hitch, and then the second rep I missed the hitch. So
it kind of starts the hitch, doesn't it? Like the donkey kick.
Yeah, exactly.
In that good position, lean back.
Maybe I needed more donkey kick on the squats last night. I wouldn't have hurt myself.
More salts as well.
Yeah, we need a couple of bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not at that level.
You okay there, Ran? You having a stroke?
Keep trying. Keep trying, Ran. What?
It was you.
Your hitching's pretty good usually, isn't it, Cam?
Yeah.
As a skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did upper sets of 10 like Stones? You have to do sets of 10 hitches?
Well, if anything, it was just a natural occurrence.
They're all accidentally walking past to see what the hell the noise is.
Yeah, but hitching was a necessity because I didn't have a strong lockout. I'd always been really fast off the floor, and then just my lockouts obviously had to hitch. But it definitely, and when I was saying about the clean pull, third pull of a clean, it's definitely a similar movement pattern, and that's where I was learning it from because I'd come from a CrossFit Ollie sort of background, and so having that kind of natural knee bend to get shoulders back and kind of stand it up, that's kind of how it sort of came about. So, but I don't have to hitch as often now because I'm a little bit stronger, which is nice, but it's definitely there when you need it.
It's there in the arsenal, mate, when you require it.
Arsenal.
See what I did there?
Definitely need to preempt it.
Drink to that.
Yeah.
Hasn't Rob Kearney learned well off Derek Poundstone, that Poundstone style hitch? Fuck.
Squat up.
Yeah, man, that was Pujanowski and Poundstone reminiscent for sure.
How's him winning the pound for pound? That's madness, I reckon.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, 420 raw is massive.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Oh, just 420 at his body weight.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal lift.
Like, who was it? What's his name? Bilbo Swaggins?
Dragons,
John,
yeah. John Hack.
75,
Ran stopped again.
They ran out of fucking
20-something kilos.
Beechworth internet again. Go put some coal in the burner, mate.
I'm gonna switch up.
I'm going to use the telephone.
I'm gonna switch over to.
Just hotspot, mate.
Is that better?
Yeah, that tastes good.
The dial-up shit itself.
Better run a cord next door to the neighbours, mate. Put in their phone slot.
This is bullshit.
Fucking bullshit, fucking.
Back.
Wait, are you saying John Hack or
I think he's Tourette's playing up again.
back?
Can't see anyone.
This is the best episode yet.
Ran entered the Matrix.
Oh, fuck.
Bling, 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 bling.
That's an RP 11 right there.
Well, I'll do another set. Hopefully the screen comes back.
That's better.
This is outstanding. It's just
You look-
pixelated now.
Yeah, you look like Minecraft, but it's all right.
How's that?
Yeah, it's outstanding, mate. Do some deadlifts.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back.
Norman potato.
All right, cool. So you want me to actually do one of these?
Yeah, I
fucking
want
ridiculous-
Donkey kick.
a donkey
Donkey
kick,
kick.
and then the last rep, a big hitch.
Right.
Donkey kick into hamstring tear.
Fuck, imagine that.
Oh, he's turned around.
Front face. Can't hear you, mate.
No, I don't know what he was saying.
Nah, got nothing.
All good.
Use sign language, you clown.
Oh, we should have got him to slap his head too.
Donkey kick.
There's been no donkey kick. And no rep counts until there's a donkey kick.
These are his warm-ups.
He's got soft
Lock your knees.
soft knees anyway, so he's already hit you.
Yeah, there we go. 0 reps.
See, the soft knees, you're already almost hitching anyway.
Yeah.
Oh!
And a donkey kick now. Oh.
Give us a donkey kick.
You
Fuck, did that on purpose. Hitching.
You forgot the donkey kick, so none of it counted.
I did
Your
it.
first 2 reps were no reps anyway.
I did it on the.
Off to the side. No, maybe we missed
Oh, did you? Oh, fuck, we didn't see that.
Who the fuck would want to hitch on purpose?
Oh. It's a fun time, mate.
What RPE was it?
Oh, I don't know. 12.
12.
Do you reckon?
Speaking of RPE 12, you reckon Rauno's fucking 6th rep the other day was RPE 12?
Up here, 9,000.
How's that thing where he posted his suitless deadlift for OSG?
Yeah.
With a suit on.
Lost in translation,
Yeah,
Estonian.
The old no speak English,
Yeah.
even though he does.
Yeah, he lived in Australia for 2 years, speaks very fluent English.
But
Yeah.
he also weighed in fully clothed
Yeah.
right after it. So,
Not ideal.
nah.
Because he should really probably be close to winning the pound for pound. He's only about 138 or something normally, isn't he?
Mm.
Yeah.
It's just a log press.
Yeah.
He was sitting in second, I think, even with that 450.
He have a 180 at the Arnold a few years ago, didn't he?
Log.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's done 190.
Yeah. Okay.
He at the Arnold a couple of years ago in Australia, he hit 190 for a double.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's a fucking monster.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, the double. Because did he dropped it or didn't get the down call or something, didn't he? Then had to do it again, or what was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the no English thing again.
Yeah.
Professionals making amateur mistakes.
Yeah. I'd love to comment, but you know.
Been there.
Kim's face says it all.
Well, have you guys got any other questions for Ran? I don't.
No.
No, and you've got no more deadlifts to do. So.
Deadlifts.
I think I got one more set, but I'll probably fucking get rid of that when you guys leave.
Do it now.
Yeah, do it now.
Do it now.
Yeah, finish your set.
Give us a donkey kick we can see.
More hitching. Actually,
Just give us 4 reps with your knees locked out.
Yeah. Do this set, Jefferson.
Fuck.
What did he say? Do a deficit from a deficit?
No, Jefferson.
Jefferson.
Oh, no.
Straddle that fucker.
Pretty sure he has done this set already, hasn't he?
Yeah, don't tell him no.
Oh, that was so cool.
Breaks a fucking metatarsal.
Oh,
Then you will have to go see a podiatrist.
Was might be able to recommend one.
It's going to be in mixed matched orthotics.
yeah.
Excuse me. Fuck. Come on, brother.
Yeah, piss off, Luke. We can't hear the train noises.
Oh, hitch. Stop. Hello.
Thanks for coming.
Literally.
So, when are we doing Leigh? Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can probably make that happen.
What time?
Can you
Just so I can structure my training.
Yeah, get
Fuck
a
off.
fucking job.
I can do it on the weekend.
Saturday.
I've got stuff on with the fires on Saturday.
Burning shit down.
Pretty much.
Starting fires and putting them out.
Just going to piss off the city people. It's good.
Sunday, Leigh?
Yeah, I can probably make Sunday work.
Yeah, I can probably do Sunday.
Sunday's good.
Yep.
Do you work on Sundays, Cameron, up there on your high horse?
No, I don't, man. I just work Monday to Friday.
Okay, cool. That's a fool's errand, but all right, let's do Sunday.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Church.
After church, exactly.
Church can get fucked
In the ass.
in the ass. All right. Well, that's been a pleasure. Hopefully, we'll Leigh's will be better than this. But anyway,
Couldn't be any worse.
This might take 2 weeks to upload, so probably got a bit of time.
that's true.
Take 2 seconds to fucking delete, so don't worry about it.
All right. Anyway,
What was that?
finish to it.
Thanks, mate. See you, lads.
See you, boys. Have a good one. Ta-ta.